It's Tonya TKO here, and I am a little bit under the weather. I'm trying to live life and celebrate. I've been going out, but it's my first time going out since the pandemic, and I don't have a proper cold. And I am under the weather now, as of such. So I wanted to come out and do this story real quick. Um, about this nurse practitioner intimately assaulting this pregnant preference in Philly, right? And so I want to show you some videos. I'm just waiting for the link to get populated so that I can send it out to the text notification squad. And then we are going to go live on all of these other platforms. Oh, I see you all have come in quickly today. Quickly. All right. So I'm trying something new with my makeup. I have not put on any foundation or concealer, but I've done some eyelashes. I figure if you put on lipstick and eyelashes, that the rest will fall into place. Let me know if it has fallen into place. Oh, see, somebody said my face popping. All right, so listen, I got the link. So let's go ahead and jump. Because people be like, oh, your intros are too long. And I'm like, leave me alone. Let me get the link up. I'm congested. I'm coughing. I'm starting to feel sinus pressure. People calling me a reindeer. I'm Rudolph the red-lipped reindeer. Listen, okay, so listen, we're gonna go through it. We're gonna go through it because I have a probably an unpopular opinion. Oh Lord, I didn't put the wrong link in here. Let me pay attention to what I'm doing real quick. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Okay, so now I have. All right. Okay. I've sent this. Oh Lord, it says I don't have hold on. Oh my Lord. What is this me I could talk about? It says URL placement. Let me paste this again. I'm sorry, you all. I'm not. I went live before I was completely ready because the longer I was sitting here getting ready, the longer I was about to not do this whole video. So I was like, let me go ahead and turn on this camera and go live before ain't no video about to happen. All right. So let me I forgot I did a thumbnail. Let me let me update the thumbnail real quick. Okay. So I have the thumbnail saved. Oh, let me monetize real quick. Oh my Lord. My something I lost my I woke up this morning without a voice, but I did some turmeric, ginger, honey. My voice came back. But I was hitting them baritone notes on the TKO Tech Squad hangout behind the scenes. I don't feel like singing right now, but if you catch me in a good mood, I might sing a little later, but I'm not in the mood to sing. But I was sure hitting them baritones because my voice, I don't know what happened to my vocal cords, but some of it has healed up, but I am going low. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know. Oh, where's my link? I'm sorry. Where teardrops glisten and children listen to reindeer bouncing in the snow. Everybody knows some kisses and some mistletoe. I don't know the lyrics and I don't care. I don't know the lyrics. I'm in a state right now. Okay, so I got the link. Let me get the link in because this is my longest intro now. And some mistletoe help to make the season bright. Although it's been said, why is the thing not going? Hold on. Hold on. Let me check. I'm gonna have to start this whole thing all over. Because it's saying, hold on, I have to do this whole message all over. Nikita, you've been out being a hot gal too? Let me just go ahead and do this. And then let me get it out to the thing. Thank you all for bearing with me. Let me get this and get this in and then send. All right. So now it is being sent. Jessica says she's going to buy my song. Girl, don't do it. Don't do it. In the meadow, we can build a snowman. And we can name him Parson Brown. He'll ask, are you married? We'll say, no, man. But you can do the job when you're in town. Here. Oh, damn it. I don't have. Okay. What we need to do is we need to get the link up on Telegram. All right. Here. All right, perfect. We have sent that out. TKO Tech Squad. Yours is going out. Okay. So let's go ahead and get live on all of these platforms. Let's go ahead. Let's go. Whew, 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 whew. All right, let's get it. 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 Come on. Come on. Hey. Oh. All right, there goes the text out on the text notifications bar. Let's get live. We are live on Twitch. We're live on Twitter. We're live on Facebook, and we are live on LinkedIn. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome. Welcome, 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 welcome. I am your host, Tonya TKO. I'm a self-love specialist from TonyaTKO.com. I'm not in the mood for a whole big long intro, but I am a self-love specialist. And today Miss Obsidian sent me a viral story of a woman who was intimately assaulted at a pregnancy clinic. And when I saw this, I saw self-love messages in there that I wanted to talk to you all about. Oh, we got 11 people on Facebook and 111 on YouTube. My goodness, we got some magical numbers in the house. I'm a little under the weather, so forgive my throat. But let's continue going forward. So let's just jump right into it, honestly. Let's get into the whole kit and caboodle of this. Hold on. This right here is just a whole boondoggle. I feel I'm all over the place. This song is gonna end soon, so let me get my thing on. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Oh my Lord, have mercy on me. Have mercy on me. All right.
What were you thinking about when you got pregnant, that you were not going to work? I'm just curious because, like, I've had 3 kids. I worked up until the second they were born.
But am I you? Are you me? Do you know how I feel? Do you know how my body
feels? No, that's why I'm asking. I'm interested to know what you think. I want to know your mindset. So when you got pregnant, what were you thinking about?
I was thinking about having a kid. I'm confused on where you're going at.
I'm confused too because you came in here and I did an assessment and I gave you my best medical advice. And you didn't like that.
But I said that I just wanted a note so I could take it easy these next 2 months. I'm 7 months pregnant and I'm in pain. It's not fraud. If it was fraud, the doctor wouldn't be getting me my note right now.
Really?
Yes.
What I read on your chart isn't true.
Okay.
So
what's on my chart that's not true?
I read on your chart what isn't true because I'm the person who saw you and did the exam.
Okay.
So it's okay.
But how do you know how I feel? How do you know how my body feels inside?
Because I stuck my hand in there and checked your
cervix. Okay, you checked my cervix, but how you know how my bones feel? How you know how my body feels, my legs, my back? How do you know how that feels? How you know how my nausea feels? How you know how my cramps feel? By such, and you're okay. All right. So this is the nurse practitioner, and look how she's hitting me. Look at it. Check her out. Check it out. Call the police, and they're going to see what you just did. Call the police. She already called the police on me once because I called her a weirdo. Yes. Look at you. This lady is fucking crazy. Call the cops again. Call them.
It's okay.
Call them. I got you on video hitting me with that thing in your hand.
This
is the Philly Pregnancy Center, guys.
Yeah, okay, Jillian. What were you thinking about when you got pregnant?
All right. So, okay. So, you know what? There's so much that I want to talk about in regard to this story. first and foremost, there's a lot going on in here. But you know what? She has some other videos that she did to update. And then I'm going to come back to this video because I want to break this down, the self-love lessons that, so Randy, there we go. Thank you. Randy asked, what is she arguing with her for? Okay, exactly. I'm going to read the comments coming in from the Cash App in just a moment, but that is $ Tonya TKO, like you see across the screen right here where it says Tonya TKO. And then I'm going to read those. Let's go to some of her other videos because she went and she was explaining what happened.
So I decided to post a little update. So basically, long story short, I needed a doctor's note. I needed to take off work. I'm in a lot of pain. I begged them to take me in. For a week, I called, asked for an appointment. They finally told me to come in. I came in. The woman that you see in the video, all she did was, when I tried to explain my pain and exactly what I was feeling, she cut me off, said, let me examine you. I want to feel your cervix. So when I got up on the table for her to examine me, she was very aggressive. She shoved her fingers in me. It was painful.
So, all right. This is as much as I have seen of the video because when I saw this portion, I had to pause it. And then come forward to make this content here today for you all right? What is the self-love lesson that I hear so far, right? There's a lot of things going on here. But the very first thing that I wanted to tell you all out there, women, and the fact that she's a preference, the fact that she is mixed with some portion of Negroid DNA, the fact that this is her fourth child and she looks very young, the fact that she is overweight, the fact that she is being seen inside of the ghetto, or the fact that she enunciates and talks the way that she talks, all of this plays into the self-love lessons here that I picked up on. So let's talk about it. Number one, ladies, please understand that your body is precious and you have to consent to someone touching you, right? If you get any type of funny feeling, if you are treated in any way, let me just explain something to you all. Let me explain something to you all real quick in case you didn't know. This motherfucker, the father of gynecology, this motherfucker was a sadist who took enslaved African women and felt that we did not feel pain. And so he operated on them with no anesthesia, hacking up their uterus, hacking up their body parts, killing them on the table. And this is why people work so hard during the pandemic to get his statues taken down, right? We worked so hard during the pandemic to get his people were throwing red blood up on them because this country has a history of not respecting the reproductive organs of the Negroid female, right? So so that's number one. I want you to understand what it is that we're dealing with here in this country. Let me pull this back up and get to the part of the video where her face is shown.
Look at it.
Right?
Check her out.
Okay. Let's get her face here. So you can see her, right? I just want you to see her. I want you to see her and her dead ass eyes. I want you to see her dead ass eyes. Let's see where we can get that, where we see the first shot of her.
How you know how my
right?
cramps feel?
I want you to see her dead ass eyes. Look,
Okay.
look,
All right, so
look. Oh, she got writing all over the screen. Oh, damn it. I hearted it by mistake. Let me unheart it.
This is the nurse practitioner.
And she's over here tussling with this woman.
And look,
banging things up against
Look
her.
how she's hitting me.
You can't even see the woman's face. Damn it. Let me go to Google and just type in Nurse Karen, so that we can get some footage of her, right? All right. Because I want you to take a look inside of her eyes, because some of these people are psychotic. Some of these people have mental and emotional issues that are going on inside of them. These people, you cannot trust just anybody with the inside of your body. You have to be very careful with, especially as I want you to just see, look in her eyes, right? Look at this woman. She looks insane, right? She looks insane. So this woman ain't right in her damn head. Something is the matter with her. So there's a few different things. So number one, right? Number one, you need to keep in mind. Uh, uh, Number one, you need to keep in mind that we come from a long history of medical apartheid, medical racism, medical assault in this country. And you need to keep in mind that these people, that they are racist, that they are, what do you call people who, what, classist. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I told you I'm under the weather, right? There are people who are classist, racist, culturist, xenophobic. There are people who are misogynistic. There are women who hate other women. There are people, let me tell you, remember Margaret Sanger, the founder of Planned Parenthood, was a eugenicist who wanted to help more Black women get abortions, right? She wanted less nigglets running around out here. I feel that first we need to pay attention to the history of medicine in our country. Gynecology was not the only. Look at the Mrs. Evers boys and how they came up with a treatment for syphilis, but then Mrs. Evers boys never got that treatment. They over there dancing around, breaking their legs, going blind, while other people who had syphilis were in one and done, cured, while they were being followed so that people could test what happens to an untreated patient after they had long since come up with a cure. They were experimented on. This is the first and foremost. Look inside this woman's vacant eyes. Get yourself the best medical care that you can get. Get yourself good insurance if you know that you live in an area that is underprivileged or depressed. Get yourself some good ass insurance and go to the places where people who are cared about get seen. There is no, I'm not saying that this is this woman's fault, but there are a lot of factors that contribute to you loving yourself enough to get the proper care that you deserve and need. Let's talk about the politically incorrect things that are going on here. Number one, she's on her fourth child, and she is a very young woman. She's not coming in there with a man. The people, look, she's not coming in there with a man. Her man has not gotten her some good insurance. She is allowing herself to be spoken to any kind of way and then consenting for this woman to shove her hand up inside of her. I had an experience. I had an experience recently at the doctor, right? Where I went to see this doctor, she pulled up my charts, and there were some things on there that I, as a patient, a layperson, do not know. She pulled it up on her screen and she was, going over it with me. So I asked if I can come around the desk so I can see what she was looking at. I came around And she was like very, look, I don't know if she had some sort of neurological disorder. I don't know if she was an introvert. I don't know. All I know is that I was not being treated in a way that as a patient, as a valued patient, I was not being treated in a way that I felt that I was receiving a proper standard of care. She was just like, and then she was like, she turned the computer back. She had this big screen in front of her, so I could only see half of her face. It was a boondoggle. And then she said that she wanted to examine me intimately. This was a GYN. I said no. She was like, "You're refusing an examination?" I said yes. I was like, "You're not going to touch me." I didn't feel comfortable with her putting her hands on me, let alone pulling down my pants and underwear, sitting in some cold room, crack opening my legs, and then letting her look up inside me. I said no. And then she started typing away, and I was out of there. I got up, I grabbed my things, and I left. You know what? I was telling one of my admins behind the scenes, right? About when I went to see my PCP, because I asked my PCP for a referral, right? I don't know if I should say too much more than that, right? But you all know, okay, I'll say it. I'll say it. I'll say it. Just because we're all family here, right? I'll say it. I'll say it. You know, I I I had been eating a lot of cheese, pizzas, breads, all this stuff, and I became bound. And when I went to use the bathroom, I experienced a bit of tearing, right? Unfortunately. So I'm like, I'm not gonna let this stand like this. So I contacted my PCP and I said, listen, I need a specialist. I told her what happened to me. And she said, you know what? We haven't had a chance to meet yet. Come into the office, let us meet, right? So I said, okay. So I came in, I met her. Here she go. So I told her what happened to me. I explained everything. I told her what happened, right? And I told her I needed the referral so that I could go because there's all different types of people that work on different parts of the body. So I explained what happened to me and I said, listen, I need to know where I need to go, what specialist I need to go to, right? And she was like, okay. She said she was going to give me the referral. I said, okay, perfect. You know what she said to me? She said, all right now, let me examine you. I said, what? I said, no. I said, I said, I said, what? I said, no. I was like, And she was like, okay. I said, I would prefer for the expert to take a look because what was she going to have me do? She was going to have me, what are you looking down there for? You are not, yes, and it's a gastroenterologist. That's who I needed to see. Because I am going to be whole and intact. I'm not going to be walking around like this. Mm-mm. So nonetheless, right? She she wanted me to open myself up in her office. For what? It's like some of these people who are our primary, they're not even doctors. Some of them are I forget the name of it. I forget the name of it, but they only go to school for 2 years. They only go to school for 2 years. They're your primary care physician. They're seeing people. What is it they're called? That they only go to school for 2 years. They medical. What is it called? Oh God, I forgot the name of it because because my primary before her because I had to switch primaries. This is why I exactly she wanted me to bust the thing wide open for what? So my last primary, I asked him whether or not he was an MD or whatnot. You got to ask these people questions. And he was like, no, I'm a something. Was it nurse practitioner? I thought PA. That's what he was. He was a physician's assistant. That's what he was. And I was like, oh, okay. And there were some things that took place that he, because he was overstepping. I felt he was overstepping, and he said some things to me that I didn't appreciate, and I felt that I needed to find me a female PCP, right? So nonetheless, you need to be careful because some of these people want to get some of their medical experience on you. What do you need to be looking up and back in there for? What am I supposed? I'm supposed to be on her table pulling wide open? Or am I just supposed to go face down and just pull open? Come, like, what are you asking for, lady? I said, no. I said, I'm going to speak with the specialist. And she was like, okay. And she wrote me the referral. Like, stay in your lane. So I'm doing this video merely to instruct you women to understand that you have final say in who touches you and how. Don't let just anybody put their hands on you. Don't let just anybody peer inside of you. Don't let anybody just get their medical practice on you so that they're over there attempting to treat you for something for which they are not qualified. Number one, make sure that you get yourself some really good insurance. Number two, make sure that you're seen by people who see people who care about themselves, right? Roxanne is saying, catch me up. No, you don't need to be caught up. Let's get back into the video because we were talking about some intimate things, and then also I hope that this can serve as a lesson to people to stop letting these things build up, because a little degradation here, a little degradation there in your body, a little degeneration here and there, and before you know it, you're whistling while you walk unpleasantly. So take care of things. Listen, take care of the little things. Please don't post links on my videos, okay? Let's not do that. But let's go back to this young lady's story because I'm doing this video just so you all can get that message right there. That's the message that I want you all to get. Now we'll go ahead and finish listening to the rest of what it is that she was. I'll put some of your comments up, right? Listen. Okay. And then they have a group of students walk in while they expect you to bend over and crack open. I mean, but they got to learn somehow. If you're in a teaching hospital, okay. As long as there's a person who is well qualified and expert in the room, because I watch Grey's Anatomy. I know how important it is for the residents, not the residents. What do you call them? The interns and I know how important it is for them to be able to learn. So if you're at a teaching hospital, by all means, if you feel comfortable with it, but if you don't, then don't consent because there will be people who will be comfortable with it. You know what I mean? But listen, I'm talking for real. If you don't start taking care of these things, you'll be whistling while you walk. Hoo, 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 and you'll be like, oh no, why is this happening to me? Go get yourself seen for the little things. Nonetheless, let's get back. Let's get back so that we can finish watching what happened to this young lady. Okay? I mean, come on, Christelle, come on. Especially if you're in a teaching hospital, they got to learn somehow. They got to learn. So let's go back to her other video so that we can finish hearing the story. All right?
So I decided to post a little update. So basically, long story short, I needed a doctor's note. I needed to take off work. I'm in a lot of pain. I begged them to take me in. For a week, I called, asked for an appointment. They finally told me to come in. I came in. The woman that you see in the video, all she did was, when I tried to explain my pain and exactly what I was feeling, she cut me off, said, let me examine you. I want to feel your
From the moment that she cut you off, from the moment that you didn't feel comfortable, that was the time that you don't consent to an exam. However, we need to prepare before we even get there. You know, there are men in the manosphere who are like, "Oh, you have to be careful with who you procreate with, be careful with who you let impregnate you." And I agree wholeheartedly. I agree. We need to be having some sort of criteria for who it is that we are becoming pregnant by. Does he have insurance to get for, first of all, is are you going to marry him? Is he marrying you? Is does the are you all going to be under his insurance? Do you have good insurance? Do you have money to pay for insurance out of pocket? Because I pay for my insurance out of pocket, and my insurance is expensive, very expensive, more expensive than the average American can afford, I believe, right? But I felt that it was important in a city like New York. Now, if you're in California, Medi-Cal is wonderful. But if you know that you live in a city like New York where they was I'm not going to say too much, but they weren't treating people of color with care during the pandemic, so much so that doctors were unaliving themselves because of what it is that they saw. I did a video of a nurse who was crying. But nonetheless, are we preparing for pregnancy? Are we qualifying men who are going to father these children? Is this child, do we have what it takes to provide a good life for another child? So it's like, okay, what is the plan? It's, let's go forward.
Your cervix. So when I got up on the table for her to examine me, she was very aggressive. She shoved her fingers in me. She just was, it was painful. So after that, she just started telling me, "Oh yeah, I can't give you a no, and you can work. The most I could do is say you can't lift 25 pounds or more." So I started, arguing my case, like, "No, I really need my note. Let me just speak to the doctor. I would like to speak to the doctor." So she goes, "I'm not going to argue with you." Long story short, we get back to the front desk. She's blurting out all my information in the lobby. There's a patient in there. She hears everything. All my information is out there. The girl at the front desk gets the doctor on the phone. The doctor wants me to go in the back office and talk to her on the phone and explain what's happening. As we're walking back there, she goes, "Please don't take her to my office." So I said, "Nobody wants to go to your office. You're a weirdo for that." She comes back there, says, "I called the police." So why would you call the police? She said, "Because you called me out my name." I said, "Because I called you a weirdo." She said, "Yeah." I said, "Okay, well, when the cops get here, I'm going to tell them you're a weirdo because you're a weirdo. There's no reason to call the cops because you got called a name for something that you're acting like, because the way you're acting is really weird."
All right. So
So I
let me
just
ask you a question. What is the purpose of this entire exchange? Value yourself and your safety. Understand that you're dealing with some people who are psychotic. Some of these people are not right in their heads. Why are we engaging in these interactions with these people? HIPAA violation? Yes. Complete and utter disrespect? Yes. Disregard for your sanctity? Yes. Disregard for you as a patient? Yes. How much more do you need to hear to know that this is not a place that is worthy of your patronage? I want to show you all something, right? Let me show you all this, right? There's a guy who made a video, right? And let me know if you've seen this video. He's with a shopping cart and he's running. He's like, "I had my first Karen experience. I had my first Karen experience." And he seems really happy about it. He seems really happy. I had the video up here, but now the video is gone. Where could it possibly be? Where could it be? I'm just going to Google it so that I could. Oh, here it is. Here it is. I found it. I found it. I found it. All right.
Okay, so If I don't put down this shopping cart, you're gonna call.
Let the cart go to me, or I call him.
Wait, so if I don't put down this shopping cart, you're gonna call the police
Yes,
on
I
me?
will.
Oh my God, I'm getting the first Karen interaction. I'm getting my first Karen interaction, bro. I'm getting my first Karen. Yes, it finally happened. Ah!
Let the cart go, or I call him.
All right, so you all see that, right? You all see that. So there's this guy, he's hollering. For some of you, I thought it was funny when I saw it. However, I also thought that it was a little, I don't know, ironic, maybe. I don't know if that's the right word, but okay. So you get your first Karen interaction and you're filming it, the person is agitated, they're going through all of this. Like you have to realize, oh, is my battery dying? All right. You have to realize that you have to assess your risk. Now, this guy is in the open. We don't know what this insane dude with the shopping cart, we don't know. What? Oh my gosh. We don't know what is going on. We don't know none of this. But in terms of this interaction with this woman, a part of me wonders how much of the interactions that we get into for the experience of it. Because it takes two, right? It takes two for a situation to escalate. She's out there at the front desk calling this woman a weirdo. The woman is saying her details out loud, and she's continuing in this interaction, right? And then that guy, he has a bunch of videos where he is actually antagonizing people, right? He has a bunch of videos where he's antagonizing people, like this one in particular.
I'm calling the cops.
Maybe call the cops.
Yeah, no, I'm calling the cops on him. No, on him.
Hey,
I'm calling the cops on him.
get out.
And he's
Hey, don't ever do that again. I'm gonna kiss your neck. I'm gonna kiss your neck. Oh, shit.
so he has a lot of these
calling the
interactions.
Maybe call the
He has follow-ups on this Karen interaction, where he puts up a part 2.
Come up behind me. I'm gonna call him. Let it go. Let it go. I call him right now.
This is a love story, man.
Let it go. I call him.
Let's kiss it out.
I'm not joking.
So you see these people, some of these people are unstable. Somebody said pregnancy hormones all over the place, right? This is why it is important for you to be able to partner up with a mate who is going to be able to assist you during that journey. You know how many people break up while the woman is pregnant simply because she goes crazy, right? Well, she goes crazy out her mind when she's pregnant. Listen, this is why it's important to be able to be supported during that time. Because this is not her first child.
Yo, somebody get this Karen. Somebody get this Karen. He fought me over a garbage bag. One more. Let me use it one more time.
Yo, I'm calling him.
This is the funniest shit that's ever happened to me in my life. I guarantee you. Huh?
I'm gonna take you threaten me.
I have it on video, sir.
No, well, I'll fucking put you in jail.
I have it on video, sir. You can't do that if I have it on video. Come on, it's 2022. Everybody takes videos around here.
Look, and then he
Hey, get my manager.
I'm calling the cops on you. Hey, I'm calling the cops on you. I'm calling the cops. I'm telling. Yo, bro, CVS is wild, bro.
So then this is his madness. This is his madness. And it just makes me wonder, right? it makes me wonder how much of what it is that we participate in some of these interactions can be avoided by us. If they're breaking the law, getting the authorities involved, why are we waiting for them to call the police on us? If a person is breaking the law, following us, et cetera, haranguing us, putting their hands on us, it is time for us to be the ones to get these situations handled. Anyway, she has a part 2 to the story. Joy sent me a DM. I'll go check that here.
So part 2 to the full story. So after I got off the phone with the doctor when I was in the back room, after she came back there, said she was calling the cops, I told her to call them, so on and so forth. After I calmed down, because I had a panic attack back there. I'm like crying because I'm just like, oh my goodness, like this is not what I thought I was coming here for. Like, why am I going through so much? Like, so and I'm pregnant. And I already have high blood pressure. Like my blood pressure was already high when they checked it for that appointment. So I come out the back office, it's cops in there. So I'm like, oh my goodness, she really called the cops. So the cops are like kind of being aggressive to me, but not like super aggressive. That's why like I didn't get that on recording, because I really was not trying to do anything for attention. Like I wasn't out to record nobody. Like my first thought wasn't to record anything. What made me start recording was after everything was said and done, I spoke to the police, and she told the police the reason she called them is because she felt threatened. And I told the cop, I said, look at me, like I'm going on 8 months pregnant. I'm 7 months pregnant. I'm pretty far along. Do I look like I'm in a position to be attacking somebody? Like, I don't understand what her problem is. And they was like, yeah, she said she felt like you just came in here just to get a note to get a free ride or some crazy stuff like that. After everything was all said and done, the doctor said that I was going to get my note. Everything was going to be fine. Sit in the office and wait as the woman in the front desk gets it all ready. You know, they had to do something, sign and stuff. And so long story short, I'm sitting there and I'm waiting. So the woman from the video, the Karen, she walks up to me. I'm sitting there. I'm trying not to look at her. I'm just on my phone, just scrolling through Instagram, trying to like distract myself. So I'm looking at my phone. I already had my phone in my hand. She stands in front of me and she asks me the question, what were you thinking when you got pregnant? And I want to have a conversation with you since we no longer have a patient-doctor relationship. She just was talking and talking and talking. So I finally just said, listen, I don't care what you got to say. Please get out my face. Go about your day. So she goes, Jillian, you're a piece of shit. What were you thinking when you opened your legs and got pregnant? From there, I immediately hurried up and went to my camera because I was like, I got to get this on camera now. Yes, I need to record this. So, and then y'all see what happened from there.
Wow,
So
unbelievable. You know what? Listen, this is what I'm saying. We need to be, hold on. Respect all your comments very much. Philly Pregnancy Center, thank you. In this clip, please note that the NP tried to have a conversation with a terribly upset patient. The NP examined the patient to her professional opinion. She thought that medically there is no indication for the patient to be excused completely from work. Right or wrong, this is a different discussion. Do you think that healthcare providers are not entitled to a professional opinion, even though it may be against the wish of the patient? This is a tough question. Please listen to the conversation. In addition, from people that witnessed this interaction, and please look at the video carefully. When the NP realized that she is being recorded without her permission to do that.
Statement.
Oh, hold on. Sorry. I am sorry. This is exceedingly difficult situation for all of us at the Philadelphia Pregnancy Center. Did I miss something? Okay, when she realized she's being recorded without her permission to do that, she raised her bag and the laptop holder against the camera. She did not touch the patient at all. It was the patient who got up screaming as if she was being attacked. But the patient got into the plastic laptop holder while screaming that she was being attacked. Although patients are always right and healthcare providers should never conflict with patients and avoid at all costs any verbal or physical dispute. It was the patient who called the names, cursed her, and used unacceptable language. When she heard that the NP does not think that she need to get an excuse, look at the she need to. They're not even writing proper English. Look, this is the people you let and dig inside your pussy. These people are touching your womb, even putting their hand on the outside of your belly. This is the way that they regard their patients. The NP does not think that she need to get an excuse letter from work. She cursed the NP, and even in this clip, you can hear a little bit from the curses that many of them were prior to this recorded clip. I am sorry, as this is. I'm sorry. Does not think she need to get. I'm sorry. This is exceedingly difficult situation for all of us at the Philadelphia Pregnancy Center who devote our lives to care and serve the community, high risk and low risk pregnant ladies, and all the underserved women in Philadelphia, regardless of their insurance status, race, gender. What other gender is a woman at the pregnancy clinic coming in? Race, gender, sexual orientation, rich or poor, everyone. We do not deserve this kind of treatment and harassment that we have endured by this patient and her followers on social media and beyond. We will continue to serve our patients with the same dedication, love, and care. Many thanks to all of you oh God, this is that. Many thanks to all of you who we will continue. Many thanks to all of you who we really are and expressed your support. Many thanks. We will continue to serve our patients with the same dedication, love, and care. Many thanks to all of you who know who we really are and expressed your support and understanding. Thank you. Oh my God, that letter gave me a damn headache. Oh my God. Listen, let's hear what else she got to say.
So this is one of the comments that they're leaving, and apparently they're emailing this same statement, which is just very upsetting because she's like, they're placing all the blame on me, justifying this woman assaulting me. It's just so many things wrong with this statement. And even the woman who witnessed the whole thing, that was also there, that I'm not going to really say too much about her because of privacy reasons, but she witnessed it. She reached out to me and she's agreeing with me that, you know, this whole thing was terrible about the cops and everything. Like, she was amazed that this woman could really sit up here and call the cops on me all because she got called a weirdo, when in fact the way she was acting was crazy. It was weird. But anyway, here's the comments. I'm sure most of you saw it, but yes, they're placing all the blame on me. And even last night when I spoke with the doctor, she did the same thing. She's mad because of all of the social media attention. She even said to me on the phone, "Your people are calling and harassing my people, making them cry, making them go home from work, and I should have had the decency to say good things about the doctor and everybody else in the office."
Hold on. Let's get the telephone number for this place. Since people crying, let's see if we can get them on the phone. Philly Pregnancy Center. Let's see if we can find their number. Oh, there's many of them. Norristown, North. Oh my goodness. How many? Let's see. Philly Pregnancy Center. All right. Let's see. Here's the phone number here. Let's see if we can get somebody on the line real quick. Let me. Oh, I need to open up my phone program. Oh Lord have mercy. Let's see if we could get somebody on the line over here and see, because this sounds like a boondoggle if I ever did hear of one. Where is I need my thing. Where's my thing? Here it is. Whew, goodness. Here, let's see. Let's see. All right. I heard this happened a month or so ago, but I'm just hearing about this now. So let us see. I hope you all can hear this. Let's see.
Hello, we are not available now. Please leave your name and phone number after the beep. We
They
will
got
return
some
your call.
weird message. Let me hang up. Let me hang up. Well, they didn't answer. Well. Let's get back to her video then. All right.
And it's just a lot, and I'm just really upset right now just seeing that everything was placed on me, and you could clearly see that the nurse practitioner was wrong. In addition to that, she has not been fired. She has only been suspended. She specifically said that she was suspended. I asked, well, what's the difference between suspended and fired? Is that the same thing for you? Because it's not the same thing for me. Because suspended means she still has a job, but she refused to comment on that statement. So, or that question, she just didn't answer that. She just bypassed it and continued to place the blame on me the whole phone call.
Yeah, okay, so that is the next part here. So let me just say this. Is the nurse practitioner wrong? Absolutely. Absolutely. This is part of the reason that we need to have power. This is let's not listen. I saw somebody put up, or do they normally call the police on black women, right? I'm gonna ignore a comment that I saw that I'm gonna ignore that, but nonetheless, right? Let's not forget the fact that she is white skinned. She's very light complected, mixed of some sort, preference, so to speak, right? So she has, and from what it is that I've seen, her children are also mixed up with some Negroid DNA, right? We know, we know that there are many people who understand the hierarchy in our community so that they feel that the darker a black person is, the worse that they will be treated. And there are many people who, in the community, the people of color community, who have stayed silent about the subjugation and denigration of black women in particular, black men and women, women in particular, because black women are the least protected, most exploited, most disrespected race of people on earth, right? Or class of people on earth, right? And so many people throughout the ages have allowed this disrespect, even benefited from it because they felt that they were immune. But oh, trust and believe, and there's levels to it, of course. And in the eyes of a person who is racist or xenophobic, right? A person of color is a person of color. To a person who is racist and xenophobic, even a white Jewish person is tainted. Before they found their scapegoat in black people, Irish people were on the same level as N-words and dogs. But then, when it suits people, of course, so now they're like, okay, so we will stand in the camp with the white folk against people of color until slowly but surely those lines begin to disintegrate. And then you find yourself on the receiving end of poor treatment. You remember when Stefan Clark, I believe his name, or what was the name of the biracial young man who was unalived by the police, and his mother felt that he was going to be immune because he was half white. You'll remember that story. You remember the story. So it's like all of these years you've been sitting back, receiving the benefit, listening to black men talk about how black women ain't this and that and blah, 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 blah. But then you're next on the list because you sat there and took all of these people's ridiculous excuses as reasons for why people deserve to be treated a certain way. But the reasons were ridiculous. They had no merit. You remember that saying, first they came for the socialists and I did not stand up because I was not socialist. Then they came for the gays, but I did not stand up because I was not gay. Then they came for the this, that, and they came. And then by the end, there was nobody to stand up for that person when they came for them. That's the way it happened. These people only need an excuse for their hatred. Some of these people are sick in the head. They're sick in the head. Let's get to the next one. Let's see what else she has to say. All right. So I created a Twitter. Everyone, please follow and retweet. So now she's looking for followers and she got her baby registry up there. To everyone who's being supportive, thank you. Okay. Then she has
Guys,
this.
keep this viral so we can see a change moving forward.
So it looks like women of the PA Black Caucus and Women's Health Caucus demand the PA Human Relations Commission to investigate Philly Pregnancy Center. Women of the PA Black Caucus? What do you see here? When it suits a person, huh? Black Caucus? All right. All right. All right. Yeah. Yeah. When it's time to ride the wave. Oh, everybody's black then, right? When it's time to ride the wave. All right. Listen, I'm not going to say too much about that because we don't know. We don't know. We don't know. But we do know when shit hits the fan, who comes cape in hand, protective, we know. But when we need somebody to stand up for us, besides the pandemic, when people were at home and didn't have anything better to do and they came out in droves, before the pandemic, our cries went largely unheard. Listen. Then she had the baby.
NP at the Philly Pregnancy Center. So just a few weeks after the viral video of the NP at the Philly Pregnancy Center told me I wasn't experiencing pain, I went into preterm labor and delivered my baby at 34 weeks on October 30th. By the grace of God, my baby is here and healthy and out of the NICU.
All right. So she delivered the baby at 34 weeks, right? Look at that little cutie. Look at his face. So there's a song playing in the background. So look, oh, poor little thing. Oh, he's so precious, right? So I want you all to I want you to keep in mind. So when I saw this, I said, oh, okay. So this woman is also obese, right? And there is nothing wrong. Well, health-wise, there are many issues with being obese, right? But I want you to know and understand as a Black woman, right? As a Black woman, as women who are mixed, as people who are socially, economically underprivileged, that we have to take special care to know that there are people who are going to see us and feel that we have less value when we are obese. There are people who are going to see us who feel that we have less value when we're not speaking proper diction. There are people who are going to see us who feel that we could get treated any kind of way when we continue to have children without a responsible co-parent who can afford proper insurance, so that we're not in a place where people feel that it's their job to do some sort of what? Pregnancy prevention chastisement? Like, how dare she? How dare she? She felt that she had dominion over this woman and her procreative choices and you people and all this other stuff. Like, how dare she? How dare she? But you know what made her felt as if she dared? This is why we really need to up our power. This is why we really need to make sure that We have people, if you're obese, they ignore you on GP. You know, they value you less. They think some people value you less. Some people think that you're worth less. Some people think that you could be treated any kind of how because you don't care about yourself. And just, I'm not saying that it's right. I'm letting you know what exists out there. So that when you go out there, you understand that there are people out there who are going to see you in a certain way, and you have to hold your head up high. You have to do the things that you need to do to protect yourself. You have to know that there are people out there who don't mean right by you. There are people out there who want to harm you. You have to know this. There are people who don't care about you or your child's life. There, oh my gosh, my throat. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to show you all a study that they did a few years ago. Okay, medical students feel Black people feel less pain. I saw this study. I saw this study a few years ago. Um, oh, this there's a Okay, let's read this. Race-based physiological myths have long influenced medical practice. Even today, some doctors believe that African Americans are more tolerant of pain. One study found that relative to other racial groups, physicians are twice as likely to underestimate a Black patient's pain. Several years ago, researchers at the University of Virginia, including Dr. Oliver, probed the beliefs. Listen, I want you to read this. Probed the beliefs of 222 white medical students and residents and published results in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Science. Half held false physiological beliefs about African Americans. Nearly 60% thought that their skin was thicker, and 12% thought that their nerve endings were less sensitive than those of white people. The medical students and residents who endorsed false beliefs like these were more likely to rate the pain of a Black patient as less severe than that. Sorry, my throat. I'm trying, but you all know I'm still a little under the weather. Less severe than that of an otherwise identical white patient, and less likely to recommend treating Black patients' pain. I just want you to see this. This was a study that came out in the year 2000. Look, this is Harvard Global Health Institute. The study is here on this link right here. But I want you to see that nearly 60% thought their skin was thicker and 12% thought that their nerve endings were less sensitive than those of white people. The medical students and residents who endorsed false beliefs like these were more likely to rate the pain of a Black. We already read that. Other studies shows that physicians, white ones in particular, implicitly prefer white patients, falsely viewing them as more intelligent and more likely to follow professional advice. In 2013, the American Medical Association, the largest medical association in the United States, published a review of the relationship between pain and ethnicity in its Journal of Ethics. It concluded that variations in treatment stem in part from racial misconceptions about heightened pain tolerance among African Americans and from the false notion that Blacks and Hispanics are more likely than whites to abuse drugs. This is how the opioid epidemic skipped Black people. This is how the opioid epidemic skipped Black people. But now that they've been hipped to it, now they're recommending opioids to us now. But this is how it skipped us. This is how white soccer moms in middle America were outside heroin houses with their babies inside of a started car in there sucking and turning tricks for a hit. You know exactly what I'm saying. Sucking and turning tricks for a hit while their baby is in a running car on the outside. doors unlocked, don't give a damn. This is how. So I want you all to be very aware when you go out there. Be very aware that medical students, that they think that your skin is thicker. They think that your nerve endings are different. That they think that you're less intelligent. They think that you're coming in scamming for drugs. I want you to keep this in mind and do what it is that you need to do to give your children the best possible chance. Do what it is that you need to do to make sure that you are reproducing responsibly, that you are mating with a man who gives a damn about you and who has proven it through his actions. Do your internal work and require for him to have done his work as well. I'm going to check the Cash Apps. Nobody has sent a Cash App in the whole show. Not one person. You see, what is going on? What is happening? I just checked it and nothing has come through. Support the show, support the content that you enjoy watching. There are some content creators who have put their content behind a paywall, that they got their stuff up on Patreon, that they're doing different things, XYZ. Support the content that you enjoy. Okay? So, listen. Let's finish watching her thing. That's not the right circle. There we go. All right. So, this little cutie. So he was in the NICU because he was born at 34 weeks. But so you see her other children. You see the coily hair on the sides. That negroid hair. You see a brown man-looking hand holding up the baby. All I'm saying is, what is this man that you're considering mating with? What is this man doing to make sure that this baby is going to have the best possible chance at life? Please understand that intercourse creates new lives. Be selective with who it is that you have certain types of intercourse with, and the frequency and all of that other stuff, and unprotectedness. What is he going to do to make sure that you and this baby will get the best? You're 8 months pregnant, and she was going upon 8 months, so she was 7+ months pregnant, and nowhere along the 7 months was she able to get on an insurance plan that would have had her been able to see better doctors than this center, so that she has to deal with her HIPAA laws, her HIPAA information being violated in the waiting room, hollered at and beat up, pregnant. I mean, how does a man feel that your woman is going to the damn ghetto pregnancy clinic getting beat up by the nurse practitioner, having hands shoved up inside her damn uterus? Listen, let's see what else we have in this video. This little cutie. Listen. So people, Kimon says, maybe because it's the holiday season, please forgive us. Oh, I hear you. 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 I'm refreshing. Oh, Wanda has come through. Oh, I see. Oh, okay, okay. I look at his little face. I see many people have come through. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. I'll give you all a few more moments to put it through, right? What are your thoughts about this situation? What are your thoughts about this? Because, you know, it's like many of these women, they sit there and they get gassed up and they're like, oh, you're better than black women. You're better than dark skinned women. You're better than this. You're better than that. But then you get shown what these people really think of you. It's like, don't get gassed. Realize that. Oh, let me just go to the apples because I don't know if you all hear me. Let's. Here we go. All right, let's see what we have here. All right. So Queen, you can leave a message and you can write a long message when you send it as Bitcoin. So Queen sends in $10. Thank you. I don't want I don't want the apples just for the apple's sake. I want you all to be able to put your comments through on the apples. So you have the opportunity to put a comment through that I get a chance to read. So I definitely want that if you're sending an apple through that you write a comment. Tymisha says $1 for the show love. Thank you. Shawnee sends $15 and says continue to speak the truth. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Wanda sends $2 and says, thank you for great content. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. What are your thoughts about the video at hand? I love your content. Thank you, says Markeisha. She sends $5. Thank you. I appreciate that. Demita sends $20. Thank you. Now I feel bad because I feel like I harassed you all into sending apples, but I want to read your comments. Erica sends $5 and says, "Thank you for speaking on female health care." Thank you. What is the self-love lesson that you all have learned from today's video? Honestly, that's what this is all about. What is the self-love lesson? And I'm gonna have to stop talking soon because my throat is I'm my Suburb is leaving some inappropriate comment that I can't even read on air. You all are so messy behind the scenes. But on that note, because I got to let me check one more time before we close out the page. Okay. All right. If you send an apple after I'm off air, I'll just check it after while I'm off air and I'll send you back your emoji. But yes, this is an opportunity that you get to be able to send your thoughts and make sure that they're read on air, or at least make sure that they're read by me. Oh, somebody said that she wanted me to check my inbox. I checked, but I didn't see anything related to this story in there. So let's go ahead and I want to see your self-love lesson. Go ahead and type SLL. Suburban saying, sorry, John, you're just being real. So, for those of you who are part of the live show on YouTube, I don't even know what to say. So I'm checking my Instagram. All right. Trust yourself. Do something the first time you have ill feelings. Yes, absolutely. If you don't like the way you're being treated or something doesn't seem copacetic, get out of there. Leave. Make your preference you. Pick yourself. Yes, absolutely. So Lynette, I see something on Instagram talking about why men avoid successful women. I guess I'll have to look at that later. All right. Bo of the Fifth gets 4,000 to 5,000 a live stream. Yeah, some people really, but you know what? I have found that the people who are getting the most during the live stream, they hold parts of the broadcast ransom so that you can't get into certain parts of the broadcast. Like they won't continue forward, they won't do the video unless they get a certain amount of apples in. Don't be afraid to change healthcare providers. Be prepared to advocate for yourself when it comes to your health and the health of your baby. Women are not above each other. Okay, be your own advocate. Advocate for your health. Yes, what are these self-love lessons? Come, let's hear what they are. Be your own advocate. Never let a person that doesn't respect you touch your person. Absolutely. And if you feel some ill vibes, don't let them touch you. Don't be afraid to speak up for yourself when it comes to your health. Absolutely. 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 Oh my goodness. All right. Like I have always said, be an advocate for your own health. If unhappy, get another provider. Absolutely. Don't stay in a situation that love yourself enough to be like, listen, I'm walking out the door. And write your review. Do what it is that you need to do. So basically, a doctor can or can't confirm that you're feeling what you're feeling in your body. She wasn't a doctor. She was a nurse practitioner. And apparently this is the way they like to talk to their patients there. Guard your body. Don't date men who don't have an active father. Whew. Research your future doctors and clinics. Check their ratings, customer service. That is yes. Yes, yes, yes. Speak up and stand firm, period. Yes, yes. You know what? If you have any type of issue, find a group or a message board online. Find a Facebook group, a message board online. Ask other women. Because you know what? Women talk. And ask other women who they used, who they went to, what the experience was like. Ooh. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. I I appreciate each and every one of you. I The self-love lesson that I learned in today's video was really being open about your journey, because I was open about my journey, you know, my medical journey. My anecdote was able to help other people, right? And so I learned not to be as, that, we're all going through something. And open up about what you may be going through. It may help some other people, because my story helped other people realize that you don't have to let any of these doctors or PCP people touch you. You don't. It's your body, and you have to consent to being touched and how you're touched. And if something doesn't feel right, don't participate. You don't need a viral moment. It is not worth going into labor early and all this stress and high and panic attacks and hyperventilating, and it's not worth it. And then your baby has all those chemicals. Remember, you are the vessel in which your child is being held. You have to control your hormones. You have to control the secretions that are being emitted by your body. Black doulas do exist. Oh, I didn't even know that there was a shortage of black doulas. Yes, because I have a homegirl who is a doula. And yes, find yourself people who care about you to participate in your care. But it all starts with family planning. And the family planning starts with who it is that how you feel about yourself, who you lay down with, the caliber of who it is that you lay down with, and whether or not you decide to go full term at this time in your life. Oh, I gotta go. I'm sorry. I need to rest myself. I will see you all in the next video. Thank you all so much for coming out. Go out there and love one another. And most importantly, love yourself. What do you think of my overlined lips today? I went for the super pout. I lined it in 2 different liners, red and a dark liner on the outside, to give that extra pouty reindeer look. In the meadow, we can build a snowman. I can't even sing anymore. I will see you all. What is the update on the young lady? I don't have an update. So, I would need an update. I don't have one. I don't have one. Whew. I'm gonna check my email real quick to just see. So, All right. So the young lady sent me, Lynette sent me the video on my website and in Instagram. So I will see you all later. Tonya TKO, and I am out. Most insurance companies don't pay for midwives. You have to come out of pocket to get compassionate care. And you know what? I'm going to say this. If you can't afford to have a baby, then then why are you having a baby? If you can't afford to have a baby, why are you having a baby? It's like, listen, I'm out. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I'll see you all in the next video. Tiny TKO, and I'm out. Peace. Throw your boxing gloves. Like the video. Subscribe. Send your apples through. I'll grab them. Faith has sent in $10 and says for support. Thank you, Faith. I appreciate the support. The bell is saying close your damn legs. No, I'm not going to say close your legs. We are in 2022. If you want to have intercourse, make sure that you are having the safest intercourse possible. If it is not as safe as it could have been, there are plan Bs. There are options. This is what I'm saying. Going full term is a choice. If you can't afford to have a baby, then why? Look, I know people who have gotten, I know that DoorDash will deliver plan Bs. I know that. This is what I've heard. So, listen, going full term is a choice. It is a choice. And are we using responsible family planning when we are making that choice? That's all I got to say. Insurance will pay for you to get your chopped off. I'm out of here. You all done gone